According to Judith Bergman in an article on the website of the Gatestone Institute from November the 28th this year, in the town of Deje in Värmland in central Sweden, an Afghan migrant living in the local migrant center attacked and tried to rape the Swedish woman Mikaela Blixt when she was walking her dog in broad daylight. He kicked her dog, forced her to the ground and cut her in the hip with a knife. Blixt managed to break free and ran home. Bleeding, she called the emergency services, but the police told her to call a non-emergency number since the attack was no longer happening, and that she would have to wait because of phone queues. Trying for hours, she was unable to get through to the police on that day. The next day she drove to the police station and was able to give her report 24 hours after the assault. However, the police did nothing, although she informed them where the attacker lived. She later saw the attacker's trousers hanging out to dry outside the migrant center. She informed the police about this, but they did not arrive that day to secure evidence. There might have been blood on the trousers, for example. When she shared her experience on a local community Facebook page, the police contacted her, accusing her of damaging the non-existent investigation. The police further refused to publish a description of the attacker. However, when 80 citizens of the town gathered to show their solidarity with Blixt in a demonstration against violence, the police appeared with 2 patrols and an additional police officer in civilian clothes. The organizer of the event was then charged with violating the public order. The Boulevard newspaper Expressen asked her for an interview, but on the condition that she did not mention that the attacker was an Afghan migrant. A week later, 3 women in Karlstad, the main city of Värmland, and the city where I grew up, a neighboring city to Deje, were raped in one single night, and the day after there was another attempted rape in the same town. In September 2017, the Swedish police said they lack the resources to solve rape cases, even if they know who the rapist is. Almost 1 out of 3 Swedes, both men and women, feel unsafe in Sweden, even in their own homes. The police charge people who attend peaceful demonstrations and people who commit thought crimes, what is now called hate speech, on the internet. But there are no resources to investigate rapes and attempted rapes. Sweden prides itself of having a feminist government, but women, and increasingly men as well, hesitate to leave their homes in the evenings for fear of being victimized. On average, 20 rapes were reported every day to the Swedish police in 2017, which was twice as many as 2 years earlier. And of course, many more were committed that were not reported on. In 2012, an estimated 20% of all rapes were reported. Most rapes are committed in the public sphere by strangers. Of the men sentenced for attempted rape and violent rape in the last 5 years, where the perpetrator was unknown to the victim, 80% were foreign-born. According to psychologist Siri Helle, people are just scared of the dark, as she puts it. We have never been as safe as we are now, she says.